Yo, Bootleg Kev podcast, man, with the homie Price.
Yo.
Formerly Price Tag.
Right.
Price, welcome to the show, man. Congratulations on the new project.
Appreciate you, man.
Colored is the name of the project. This is like kicking off the whole new wave, the whole new branch of your career.
Facts.
Explain to me the thought process of, I mean, audio push is always going to be audio push, but
facts.
But having to do like what inspired you to go solo for a project, or is there? I mean, are you in Octane? I know you guys are still cool, but like, are you guys still technically audio push?
Right. Yeah. Most definitely. Like we'll always be audio push. You know what I mean? That's my brother's shit since niggas was 12.
Right.
So, but we've also been audio push nonstop for 10 plus years since I was 17, or something around there. Like, actually longer than that, to be real. Shit, before we got popping, we got signed at that time. But I'm just saying that to say it's been a long time coming since we've like told our own story. You know, we've been having since we first were walking up on you in Arizona.
Vegas is when I first met you. Was in Vegas.
Facts. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Vegas, dog. Since niggas was popping
Like
in that back
2010.
row, in the back joint.
Yeah.
You feel me? But even since then, we've always had to just like fuse our story in a sense. And that shit just, it's only so much you can do with that. Like, we older. I got 2 sons.
You wanna tell your story
Full
with
on. I got
unfiltered,
raw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got, as much as me and my brother are just alike in so many ways, we also aren't alike in so many ways. We have fully different views and a lot of different things, and I feel like in the music and just, this is the chance for me to like fully express it.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, you have, I feel like you always have kind of been like the more outspoken, like out of you and Octane. Like, I feel like I know where you stand on a lot of things.
Yeah.
You're very opinionated.
Yeah.
So when I saw you announce this, I was like, oh, that's dope. Like,
Yeah.
I really want to hear what this shit sounds like. And it came out really, I hit you like the album, the dope body of work. I know it's very tough, like, to deliver like that when there's like people might be like,
Exactly.
it's very tough to deliver and exceed the expectations. Because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But I listened to it, I was like, oh, this shit is nice.
Most definitely. Especially with all the like this out right now. Like with all the all the music like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
man.
it was a conscious, intentional decision that I made. Like, one, just making this my direction, my sound, you know what I mean? And my message. But and then even with just this being the first project, like, cause I got another album dropping in January.
You're staying independent, right? For sure.
Completely. Most definitely. That's a part of everything we doing. That's a part of color. That's a part of the message. But yeah, like to put Colored out, knowing that this was just like, I'm gonna just jab y'all, like, let me just, not get up. You feel me? Like, now I'm gonna put you down. Like, that was the intentional thing. I knew Color, like songs like Mufasa and things like, they weren't gonna be easy to digest, but the people that were able to digest it were gonna be fed.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, give me the breakdown on the name Colored, and obviously we know that is an old way that old people would refer to black people. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like calling Asian people Oriental. It's like a very dated, like, borderline racist thing to say it. You know what I'm saying? But what is the the way it's spelled? Kind of break down the meaning of that.
Yeah. So it was just, when before quarantine even happened, like actually at like the beginning of this year, I just knew, like, going into this year, Octane was actually making solo music. He was the first one to start making solo music.
I remember Octane was doing all kinds of shit. He was like a photographer, and he was doing all kinds of wild shit.
He was dropping videos before and shit. So yeah, like,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, back in the G, he was like dropping. He drops a couple solo videos and stuff. But saying that to say, like, coming into the year, I knew that I was like going to take these steps, and I knew that everything I was going to stand for, the brand I was going to build, was just had to be black as fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Without it being black as fuck, you know, or just being all like just extra two in your face.
Right, what you're
and for
saying.
me, I feel like the same way, not the same way, but how like nigga, you know, that's just a part of like the average, you know, color melanoids vernacular that lives in the United States. Like, to me, I wanted to make the word color be used in a better light. Like, not that niggas used in a better light, but it's just used more freely than what it was like, the way it was created, you know? And so I feel like colored of all things, because it's an actual beauty in being colored. Like, that's not a bad, like, nigger is some bullshit you, like, created, or like a word you just, you know, whatever. But being colored, I actually get charged from the sun. This is actually a superpower I have. It's not a bad thing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, melanin is your superpower.
I win being colored. You know what I mean? It's not even like that's just not a science. We're not even talking like opinion. So that was something that just like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna finesse that. And just the CLRD was just, you know, it was God, man. The branding, like all that shit was just like coming to me. I wasn't even asking for it. Once I just got in harmony and like got on the path, it literally just started falling. I was just trusting my God feeling. You know, no gut feelings, God feeling.
Yeah, I mean, and you've been through the entire industry gauntlet a couple of times.
100%.
Because there's the first go round when you guys, you know, were doing the young boy shit.
Exactly.
And who were you guys signed to initially?
At Interscope. We did two different
Yeah, you guys did two different Interscope runs.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a black and white 8x12 autograph photo of you in Octane from like 2010.
With fucking
in a
bow tie.
box somewhere.
Right. Shout out to fucking all the people who ate off of that first deal. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, but it's just crazy because you've, like you said, two runs through Interscope, right? Under obviously much different circumstances.
Yeah.
And you know, some like some people don't got it in them to keep going with this shit.
100%.
Because you guys could have taken that last go round with the HS87 wave and even like, but you guys, you know, much props to the Good Vibe Tribe project. Like, you guys still were putting out incredible music.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're like put out so much shit, like and like you guys obviously have had some mild commercial success, but never really like blew.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like once Come As You Are came out, I thought it was over.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is undeniable. Like, the Shine video is so crazy. But talk about that. Like did you ever flirt with the idea of moving on from music at all?
Never like fully moving on. It was just like, that's how I got into business though.
Right.
In entrepreneurship, like, because I would never like move on from music, because I've been doing music since I was 8 years old.
Right.
So before I was making money off of music, I loved making music. So that's something like I'm gonna always do. I just had to take away the pressure of making money from the shit. I'm not stupid, you know what I mean? I'm a hustler. So the moment I had to really realize, like, okay, the reason why this shit stresses me the fuck out is because we have millions of views, thousands of fans.
Right.
But we're not rich. Like, we're not like comfortable. We're not living like we should be. I don't fuck my money off. I'm not addicted to no crazy, like, smoke weed. You know, I'm not like a idiot. So why the fuck aren't we up?
Why
ain't it going crazy other than people fucking us in deals?
I was gonna say, was that,
like
do you think that's what it was? Was you guys had shitty deals?
100%. I mean, yeah. Both. I mean, our first deal was like almost 800,000, and me and Octane split 15 racks. We took 15 racks back to the IE, 7,500 back to the IE.
Wait. So it was an $800,000 deal?
An $800,000 deal.
And you
we
guys
were signed to a production company. We didn't know the game, didn't know no better.
So the production company
they got to touch the money first, obviously. So whatever the initial real advance was, whatever that 200,000, 300,000, 400, whatever the fuck was negotiated, they didn't even know.
Cleaned up.
And we got 15 racks to split, and took 7,500 to the hood. And for me, shit, I thought, nigga, we was good. We was up. It's my cousin. I grew up with from we. Nigga, then I done pissed in the bed with this nigga. And like, so 7,500, I took that to the head. Shit, we thought it was right. shot moms a couple bands. You nigga, I went and bought all type of shit. Nigga, but
And
we
then
was
you were
doing
broke.
shows. Exactly.
But you guys were doing shows.
But we were doing shows.
Yeah, you
But
guys were
see,
doing
it was
little
a
shows.
different fucking game, bro. These kids now, like,
Well, back then, I feel like y'all were doing like a lot of 18 and up parties.
but no,
and-
not even that. Don't even matter, bro. The shows we were doing, niggas was doing shows with thousands of
Right.
people. Like, and at a low, we were doing an 800 capacity fucking show with kids and some wild shit like that. We was doing fucking big shows every other, like, at least twice a week and whatnot. Make a long story short, one, the internet wasn't like it is now. Like,
That was like
obviously,
MySpace.
you know, and so
Y'all
there
were-
wasn't the
yeah.
social thing was not even a thing for real. So like the aspect of fully becoming like these megastars, like a Trippie Redd can now was, but fuck being a megastar, the money. These niggas do fucking 10 shows. These niggas is millionaires now. Like back
Right.
then it wasn't that, and it was just a different game. We didn't know no better. The appreciation for black music and rap wasn't where it was at. We were still competing with fucking Katy Perry.
Yo, I was gonna say back then when y'all were like bubbling at first, it was like Pitbull and Lady Gaga and all that
Yeah.
fucking. It was one of the dark ages of
Man,
music.
Black Eyed Peas, we was
Black
still
Eyed
up, we was
Peas,
still-
whack ass.
We was getting compared to Black Eyed Peas.
They were making bullshit.
you know, they had some.
I mean, they had
bops,
some
but, you
big
know,
records. Like I got a feeling, but bro, it's because I lived in Vegas at that time, right? And that's when everything in Vegas changed. Where every time you go to the club, you wouldn't hear rap. It was all about the fist pump, 128 BPMs, and then Neo started making whack ass shit. All these R&B motherfuckers started making. Chris Brown started making whack ass shit.
Yeah, it started going to a weird place.
It was like everybody was making fucking whack dance music. And
Some of that shit was begging. Forever was a bop. They had bops in it, but they definitely were getting to a place. Even us as creators, we were getting to a place where we were trying to force that because that was what was
right.
pop. That was what was being told and forced to us.
LMFAO. Oh my God. I hated them. Oh my God.
And you know, all them type of people, that's who we were getting compared to. Like, yo, y'all.
I'm not sure what's worse, LMFAO or anything with a like. I'm not sure. Like, is it Lil Pump or is it LMFAO? But it's tomatoes and tomatoes to me.
I really love the song Gucci Gang. As much as I don't fuck with Lil Pump.
I like Boss. That was my
I
shit.
don't like Lil Pump, but nothing he does, the dude.
Hey,
is
that
very
song was a
weird.
banger.
But Gucci Gang.
You seen him just like get up on there and support Trump at the
I
rally?
heard him get called Little Pimp, and after that, I turned it off because there was nothing else that you need to say. Like you didn't even say your name right. Like
Like he played him on purpose.
It's silly, but we could definitely get into that as well too at some point. You know,
No, we
but,
will. No, but it's crazy because you guys went through all these eras of music. Some of it was microwavable, but like, and then the HS87 wave hit.
Yeah.
Hit-Boy becomes the biggest producer in the world.
Yeah.
That was what shit. 2011 is when Watch the Throne came out,
Yeah. So that's like 2012. We did
and then
the second
2012 is when he got the deal.
deal. Mhm.
By that time, you would already, I'm assuming, move on from the production deal originally.
Yeah, but like so around like just to give like a quick little boom, like after we like let's say like 2010, you know what I'm saying? We were fucking 2-3 songs into the deal. Niggas wasn't really trying to give us no money. I had real relationships. Chris Brown invited us on like this huge ass tour at this restaurant out here in Hollywood. He looked me in my face, was like, man, y'all come on the tour, man. Y'all good. All y'all gotta do is get a tour bus. And y'all good for every day. And they have bread for us. We just had to get a bus. And we didn't know the game. Interscope wouldn't even pay for the bus. It was 60 racks. It was stupid little petty shit like that like we didn't know no better. Saying that to say, but I knew enough to be like, yo, this shit is whack. You feel me? And then me and Octane, like, they start kind of like turning us against each other. They start getting weird early. But this is my brother. So if we were never able to do nothing, it was always like get in a room and chop it up. Like, nigga, what's good?
Right.
This shit is out. You feel me? And so that's what we did. I let niggas know, like, yo, I'm up out of here. Like, I ain't fucking with this production deal shit, none of this shit no more. We had the option at the time of Interscope. Everybody had left, you know, that signed this, all this shit. So we had the option to stay or go. We left. Moved back to the hood with the little bit of bread I had. I moved back literally to the hood too. Like, I was around the corner from the block. Like, and I had a little bread, so like in the hood we was stars. Everywhere we go, we the niggas though. So it's popping. Make a long story short, I started producing it, and we did a song called "Throw It Back" and a song called "Clap It Up" that both did 1 million views and shit on YouTube and shit. And went up for us. You feel me? As kids, so this is no Hit-Boy, no Interscope, no nothing. Nigga, this is in Rialto. Me producing it, my niggas doing our thing, and that. Start like making even just like the Hit-Boy, just motherfucker like our bros and shit, even respecting niggas like shit what we was doing a lot more even. So I started getting around Hit-Boy more outside of this shit before he even was doing his deal. We been knowing Hit, you feel me? Right. So when he first got his deal, you know, he called me. Like, I mean, when Jimmy Iovine when he offered him the deal, he called me. I remember I was in the Bay. He called me and he was like, yo, I'm about to do this shit, whoop, whoop. Come move with a nigga. I went and moved with him and where he had a little apartment like North Hollywood. When I tell you this nigga Hit-Boy done smacked the baddest bitches in the game, I'm not even finna air net. Just know, this man didn't crack the goats of these, like all the.
So he fucked Rihanna.
I don't know about that. See, I was just playing, but that nigga's the goat. I'm just saying that because I remember being in this little apartment. When we had our mansion, shit was different. But when I was in his apartment, like I was sleeping on his couch, so I'm waking up to the girls walking out, like, oh shit, like damn, that's. So it was a wild little time, but that's my brother. That's why I could talk that shit.
Shout out to Hit-Boy.
No,
he was hitting for sure.
Yeah, he'd have gone on so many levels, but
hey, well, we gonna get to. I want to get to the house of Hit too, but all right. So he hit y'all. HS87 to me was something that was dope. It was like y'all Camp Money. I forget the girl's name.
Beat Mac the Queen. Shout out to
Beat Mac the Queen.
Beat Care, G Rod, fucking Hage Banger.
What the fuck is this?
K
Roosevelt.
K Roosevelt.
Yeah,
come on, man. K Roosevelt's still going crazy.
Yo, he's fire. But like, what do you think? What do you think went wrong with HS87, or why do you think it didn't work out like I thought it was going to? Obviously, I thought it was gonna be crazy.
Man, listen, HS87 was like the biggest shit ever, which we didn't even realize till after when people be telling us how we were when we walked in rooms and like the perception, which we didn't know. You know what I mean? And but the real reason that I personally think it didn't work out, other than just divine timing, was just. Hit-Boy was the biggest producer in the world, as well as Hit-Boy can actually rap and make dope music. You know what I'm saying? He was really inspired to make, his own music, do his solo thing. And I think it was a lot of people in his corner and in his ear. No, I don't think. I know. It was a lot of people in his corner in his ear, and the wrong people in his corner in his ear that just was just giving him wrong advice in game. Simple as that. That like, on what he should have been doing with the budget. And then we from the IE, we kids like that don't know shit. Niggas just get it, bro. Like I remember like Hit-Boy being at my crib spending the night before. I remember Hit-Boy being at our producer's crib stugging. Like Hit-Boy ain't always been up and rich either, Hit-Boy, so when that nigga start getting that crazy bread, like he trusting these people, so when they not telling that nigga to put 200,000 at radio behind K Roosevelt, as he should have.
The Do Me Now record was out of here.
That, or when they not telling this nigga to put, 200,000 to whatever, fucking anything, whatever, behind Shine or whatever, because he's not knowing to. And obviously he's not finna. So I think it was shit like that.
I think I told Hit this. I told him that I think he's improved so much as an MC. And I feel like he's taken huge strides in that direction.
Yeah.
I feel like initially he had You Camp Money. I feel like he could have eased into the rapping shit a little bit slower. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, because Hit-Boy is rapping better than everyone now.
No, he could rap. Just feel like initially I feel like he came into the game. Like it went from him being the biggest producer in the game to him, it almost felt like solely focusing on rapping.
Yeah.
And
he was.
And it was like, all right, well.
Which it wasn't a bad idea because he had good.
No, he had great record. Bro,
and
listen.
then the nigga dropped Jay-Z interview. Like, well, we got
Jay-Z interview was crazy.
And that shit went so crazy that you would be foolish to not like go full speed ahead. You know what I mean? But I think like me and my cousin was just banging a fucking Hit-Boy verse, going crazy. This nigga's a nut, right? Like his raps
he's
is
killing it.
incredible
That
right
whole
now,
his
right?
whole project he dropped 2 projects this year. The shit with Dom and his solo
You
shit.
feel me?
They're
But
both
the
crazy.
reason why I feel like he's going so crazy now is because he's where he's at in the production.
I feel like low key, when you get to the point where you're like as big as he was, and then it almost feels like he's got a chip on his shoulder again, because I feel like people stop mentioning him in those conversations that he should always be mentioned in.
Yeah.
And I think it was because he was so focused on HS87, right? And that whole era of his career that it took away from Hit-Boy the producer. So now I feel like he's been on his shit for like, dude.
And I'm gonna tell you, bro, real.
Not just this year, by the way.
No,
for
listen.
the last few
Every
years.
year, Hit-Boy got at least 10 placements.
No, he's
but he
always
just don't.
killing it.
But the thing is too, like at that time specifically, we were really on some shit too, where we was like, yo, we finna challenge the game. The beat sounded wild. Like, granted, now niggas beats and shit sound like what we was doing.
Bro, I remember I was at y'all's crib in Encino, or where was it at? Tarzana. I was over there, bro, and you guys played me Grinding My Whole Life.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. It was like the hardest shit I ever heard.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the crazy. This since like grinding from the clips. This shit is so hard. Like,
literally some of the beats. I mean, the beats was so nutty that like people didn't get them. They didn't get it, and so like a person that just raps too crazy, and so it's just going over your head like fucking Daylight. You know what I'm saying? Like that was how the beats were. You know, even though we loved
the beats were crazy.
Listen, real music, motherfuckers loved them. Everyone loved them, but the people who aren't music, like kids that are in their fucking car going to school that want McDonald's on the way, don't understand the beats, didn't understand what we was doing. That's why everything that man is touching now is translating. He gets it. He got the rules. He cracked the code.
Yeah, you guys.
Do you think later on, like looking back, people have kind of caught on to it? You know, like a movie will come out and then like later on, it's like a cult classic.
Yeah, but it didn't do nothing but make the people who did catch it like only go in. Like embrace Hit-Boy more, or embrace us more. That really did fuck with us.
Right.
Embrace. Like the people who are catching it late, they just coming and fucking with us now. And the people who aren't catching it, never caught it, it just is what it is.
Right. Yeah, you guys had a crazy nucleus at that house where everybody was just working in different rooms and
the illest shit. Like I can.
Yo, what's some of your favorite House of Hit memories? For people who don't know, Hit-Boy had a crib in Tarzana. Everyone lived there.
We had a crib.
Everybody had a crib.
Let's be clear, man, because we had bread going to that crib, man.
No, that shit was crazy though. Just the environment, the creative environment of that shit was wild.
Yeah, we had we did have though the fucking biggest and dopest. I'll say not biggest, but I'll say dopest compound, and had easily the biggest parties in LA. Them years that we were doing it, like without a doubt, like
for sure.
That's what was some of my favorite moments, other than like Hit-Boy just coming downstairs and telling me, "Hey, nigga, Nas finna be here in an hour," or just wild shit like that to blow me away. You know what I mean? And tell make sure he tell me like don't invite nobody. Make sure don't nobody pull up because this wild ass person is coming. You know what I'm saying? And only I can luckily be in there, and this person and that. Shit like that. Like Hit-Boy is fucking. That's my fucking, like, that's niggas God.
Did you guys ever record on some shit and then he ended up having to break it to y'all like, hey guys, sorry, Rihanna took this one? Or hey guys, sorry.
Oh man, that always
that's a Beyonce
happen.
song
that's
now.
All the time. Like niggas.
Do you remember an example?
Listen, niggas in Paris was a whole nother song. The homie had a whole different song to that. Shout out to Chili Chill. Oh, yeah. Chili Chill had a whole different song to that. Like that would always happen. Let me think of a fucking song. I don't know, but that would always happen, or just shit, man. It would be sometimes songs, I can't really think of it because it would be like all we did was create. So sometimes we would set the platform for certain records that like niggas, sometimes we would get took off songs, but we wouldn't give a fuck. It was the benefit of the game. So it's like, nigga, if the shit getting placed or whatever, we was just creating, so I can't even remember. It was so many fucking moments. But my favorite moments though, I gotta say was like our parties, because I remember like literally like I would be standing. We had this wild ass balcony where the DJ would be DJing, and I'd be on the mic, like Hit-Boy would be up there. Like I got a wild ass picture with me, Hit-Boy, Frank Ocean, James Fauntleroy, Travis Scott, whoever else the fuck is on that balcony from way over there. Travis got fucking low ass hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When Travis
like,
was opening up for Casey Veggies?
when Frank Ocean was coming to niggas' parties. Like, house
Frank
parties.
Ocean, you can't get Frank Ocean to go to Coachella right now.
Period. You know what I mean?
What year was that?
Probably like 2013,
13.
you know, sometime around there. But just like the people we will be watching, like Big Sean walking up with bottles, The Gang, motherfucking Chris Brown, like all these niggas was just in our front yard, you know what I mean, at the party. We wasn't even inviting people half the time. Niggas just had to be there because we was having the craziest parties. The whole IE slide. And that's what was making the parties this shit, because we was bringing the IE. You feel me? That was bringing a different
Everybody
energy.
drive out.
Different energy,
They were
dog.
more interested in
Ratchet.
having fun.
Ghetto.
Yeah.
Niggas was doing wild Problem, doing wild shit in the party. Ask Problem next time, if you ever do whatever that you do with Problem, ask him the nutty ass shit, his nutty ass moments at the crib. He was my favorite person coming.
Oh yeah, Problem used to be crazy.
He's amazing. That's my
Bro,
dog.
I remember doing shit with Problem. Problem is yeah, he's a
He
fun
parties.
guy. He parties.
He parties.
I mean, listen, welcome to Mollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Mollywood. That was that
All
time.
you gotta do is just fucking,
listed album.
just listen to the album.
Yeah, so it was just a dope time. Like above everything, man, Hit-Boy, like, because regardless of like the mistakes that we all make just growing in this game is a very dark and slithery game if you get in the wrong shit and once you get to a certain height. Meaning, and when you say that, I can go into context because people always say that. So to the kids that's watching this shit, it's just about intention. Everybody that's in this game isn't in it for the right reason. You know what I'm saying? So, cause of what you got good, we rolled up. Let's roll something. But everybody's not in it for the right reason. So you got some people who's dark and want to cheat you out of deals or divide homies up so that they can get closer to this person that looks like the biggest producer, so they can have all the say so they can be the one to have the 30% or whatever. It gets slithery. So above everything, we maintain a brotherhood. Like we maintain, like we ain't never get out here and get to smutting each other and doing no wild nutty shit. Nobody ever really truly cheated nobody. Like Hit-Boy ain't never cheat us. Like he just didn't know the game. You know what I mean? And that's just, it is what it is. Like everybody ain't, like everybody's not just ultimate business. Everybody's not Barry Gordy because they're fucking just super musically talented. You can't expect that all the time, you know?
Nah, for sure. Do you think like as a homie, like how dope is it to see like the year that he's having, man? Because
Man.
it's historical.
I could, man, cry. I don't know if I have or not. You know what I mean? That's my real brother. We didn't cry in the studio before. We didn't really have moments. So like me, like seeing his son, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing what he done been through. Like Hit-Boy done been through some wild shit behind closed doors that's didn't happen within these years. That's also charged him up. That's also made him look at niggas different. You know, he done really went through some wild shit. You feel me? So I'm just like so proud and just so inspired. You know, that's always been my big homie. You know what I'm saying? I done set like when I was first making beats, that nigga was laying on his bed, nigga, with his laptop on his chest, like not even paying me no mind because my beats were so weak. And I was just going through like weird ass sounds, and he just was like, I actually had a dope beat, but I had a weak ass sound in there, and he just was like, sound selection is key, little homie. That's what he literally looked over and told me that, and I ain't never forgot that shit. I think about it every time I create music.
Are you still producing?
Hell yeah, man.
How much of the album did you produce?
I did like 2 or 3 beats. I did Maya though, featuring
Dope.
Koda.
Yeah.
And I did Watermelon with Tone Stiff. So I did like 2 or 3, and then on my new shit, I got a lot of shit.
Yeah, so what's okay, so the album is out. You know, you've been getting a lot of love.
Yeah. Man.
Is it hard, like is it harder to go through this like you know, we're in a world now where there's just very like 2 or 3 people that could really change your life, and they're like Carl Cherry and whoever the fuck is Carl Cherry at Apple Music.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's very like little room to just like you got it, you got to be like a cool guy almost. You got to be in that cool guy club to get into like a lot of these playlists, and I think it's whack. But is it hard like for you to try to thrive in this environment, like as you know, being indie now, being solo now, and trying to still, you know, compete in that world? Because it's a hard world to compete in, man.
100% it is. I think you're absolutely right about it being like a game where you gotta know these people.
Yeah, and it's
all
really
of
whack.
that.
Because what if Carl doesn't like you?
Yeah. Or
What if you met somebody at a party? That,
cold part about it, it'd be so much deeper than Carl. It'd be the like.
no, I'm not trying to
but
put.
no,
but
no,
you know
but
what I'm
listen,
saying?
no, that's the crazy. I'm piggybacking on what you're saying. It don't even get to Carl because 2 steps under Carl, you might have fucking pissed them off the wrong way, and they could have been a motherfucker that wasn't even in music, or it just gets wild. And so, the number one thing that I made sure I kept in my psyche and just my spirit while doing everything I'm doing, creating my music, being solo, paying for videos, doing my rollout, doing everything I'm doing, was just pure intentions. It's just knowing what I'm like, my message, why I'm doing it, which is purely to like teach and inspire like freedom, leadership, ownership in my people. Like I got enough people that literally fuck with me that's just gonna listen. That like even if that's 100 people, that I knew if I put it in music form, it would have just inspired them and turned them up. And that's how I was coming, bro. Like I wasn't even really tripping because I've had it at the highest heights as far as like Billboard premieres. Fucking,
right.
we the first video to play on Revolt. Like the third video was Biggie. It was a video that wasn't in English.
And
Sean.
Yeah.
It was the third video to ever play worldwide on Revolt. I didn't have the biggest premieres.
Shout out to Revolt. I don't know who watches it anymore, but shout out to Revolt.
Puff.
Shout out to Puff.
You know, shout out to Nadia, shout out to the whole team. It was so many motherfuckers. We know the
Revolt early on was so fire.
We know the original team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Danas, the L's, the real original team. That's our people. But so I've had the highest heights of fucking premieres, and I've had it where just me and Octane dropped the shit on fucking SoundCloud or something. God knows. And then had a song that's streaming fucking millions of streams that we don't own the masters to because we know the game and our manager owns it. However, we just dropped that on a low scale and it boomed. So it's like for me,
y'all got records like low key with just like everybody.
Yeah,
records with Travis,
and we got relationship. I really have. I
saw Travis reposted your album.
He reposted the album, man.
Which in 2020 is huge. My man's got his own McDonald's meal. You know what I'm saying?
Scary. My son went crazy about it. My son was like, "Dad, Travis, you know what I mean? That's my brother."
You still talk to Travis?
Yeah,
like
that's my
often?
dog. Yeah, like we ain't like an everyday thing, but that's my brother. Yeah.
Right.
If I call him, enough times, he gonna answer. You feel me? That nigga's huge. You feel me? So I don't even take it personally.
Nah, I remember the first time I met him. Him and Casey Veggies were on the road together, and he opened up for Casey in Scottsdale.
Exactly.
And then now, Jesus.
That part.
It's crazy.
That part. I mean, we was shit. Jeezy was opening for us, and
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people was opening. Ty was opening.
What was the tour you were on? When I saw you guys in Florida, it was after coming. Were you guys on Schoolboy Q?
Schoolboy Q. I was thinking.
That's right.
I said it was Schoolboy Q, Vince, Isaiah Rashad.
That was a crazy tour.
That was mind blowing, life changing. But that's what it is. My intentions has been pure. Luckily, I've been just blessed. I got an incredible partnership, and through my partnership, my music been speaking. Like, cause that's what I've been on. Like, I'm funding everything.
Self-funded.
No bullshit. Like everything I've been funded. So it's like.
You got an investor? You say you got a business partner. Is that kind of the guy putting up some bread, or you're coming with your own bread?
No, bro. Like, that's my business partner in my endeavors outside of music.
Outside of music, but when it comes to your shit, it's
my music is solely me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having to go through it. Like, damn, listen, man. Let's do this camera.
Right,
you feel me?
Because
or let's make it this long then, because
you said something yesterday about the voting shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
From what I read on your story, you had pretty much said, "I'm gonna just go out here and vote just to show y'all it don't matter."
That is fluke.
That is fluke.
Yeah.
There's something to that point.
Yeah.
So can you please elaborate on that?
But then I also posted after, which I will elaborate on that. But then I also posted I was joking and I wasn't going to vote.
Okay, wait, you didn't vote?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, so
let's get into that.
Yeah, let's go.
So I have posted that. Let me take these light mints out. Because they keep jingling and shit. My bad. And it's 2020, and we don't be in our media training shit, man. We doing what we want to do. But so I have posted like how we're taking blunts mid interview. This is awesome.
It's all good.
It's awesome. So I posted, I'm going to go vote just to show y'all how fluke it is. That is just fluke. And for like 30 minutes, I almost convinced myself that I was. And I was like, what are you doing? Cut it out. And then I posted that I wasn't going to vote and that I'm not going to participate and encourage my followers that y'all don't have to be bullied into participating in something that isn't true to you. If you do not connect, if you do not, and I'm talking about on the presidential status, if you want to go and vote for the lower level voting, city voters, councils, things of that nature, different like props and laws, 100%. But I'm talking about at a presidential level, which everyone was campaigning for. That's what I'm talking about.
But on that same ballot is all the local shit
100%.
that affects a lot of shit.
100%. So if you're going, but I'm speaking about you, because if you go and vote.
So when you say I'm not voting, go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you go and vote.
You don't have to vote for the president.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you can leave whatever on that ballot empty that you don't want to vote on.
My point. So if you feel inspired to go out and vote for anything that you feel inspired for, which was my part of my post, and then by all means go vote. But you also have the right, especially us colored people, my Illinois, anybody that are American Africans in this country, you 100% have the right to not vote just as much as you have the right to vote. You know what I mean? Especially if neither one of these people resonate with you.
So let me ask you a question though.
I don't fuck with Trump or Biden.
Neither do I, but I really don't fuck with Trump.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but let me ask you this though. But like, if you think about, okay, let's say, hypothetically speaking, we rewind. How long has we been recreational out here? It's been like almost 10 years, right? No, recreational has probably been like
about a little over 2 years.
Like, yeah.
2016?
Yeah, exactly. Where it's just like smoke outside, do what you want.
Yeah. So if you think about it, right? Even if you go before medicinal, right? Mm-hmm. People had to go out and vote for that to happen.
Yeah.
Right? And so there's a lot of people who might be in jail right now had that not gotten passed. We can't walk, like, if you go, I mean, you know this, you've been on the road.
100%.
You can't walk around Louisville, Kentucky with weed the way you can walk around LA.
My first time ever going to jail, my only time I've ever been to jail, just to piggyback, was in Atlanta for literally a .001 of weed. I can't even grab as much weed out of here that I had.
So what I'm saying is those things like actually affect people we know.
100%.
Right? And I do think too, there's another conversation to be had about the president shit. But I think if you have any sort of platform, if you choose not to vote, that's on you. But I just don't think I don't think you have to promote not voting.
Right.
Because even if you, like, I agree with you about the presidential shit. Mm-hmm. Neither candidate was inspiring. One of them, though, is Hitler. I've seen you on Instagram talk like having run-ins with Trump supporters, and shit like that. Mm-hmm. One of them is galvanizing that energy, and one of them is just a piece of shit,
right?
So one of them is a flaming pile of dog shit on your front porch, and one of them is just some regular dog shit. Like the flaming pile of dog shit could light your whole house on fire,
right?
Right? The other pile of dog shit is just dog shit. You could just clean it up and, you know, it might not ruin your entire house.
That's a bar.
You feel me?
You better bar up right now, Kev.
So with the president, though, comes so many other things, like Supreme Court justice. For example, they just got this Catholic bitch up in there.
Who Trump's trying to bring in.
No, it's done.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they pushed her through.
Okay.
So now, because of that, there might not be abortion might get taken off of the fucking Roe versus Wade might get overturned.
Yeah.
So while you might not fuck with Joe Biden, because I don't fuck with Joe Biden, you can dig up the tweets on me shitting on that man. I don't fuck with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Kamala Harris, for the record.
Yeah. I don't fuck with her.
But if they get elected, it means that a Supreme Court justice that won't overturn abortion rights or overturn gay marriage, it's like, I hear you. Yeah. But I'm like, look, I'm a Bernie Sanders motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. I was rocking with Bernie.
Big Bad Bird.
Bernie and Andrew Yang. Neither of them motherfuckers made it through. And I have a lot of disdain for the DNC. I think it's very corrupt. I think like the stuff you're saying, they feel very entitled to black people's votes, to Hispanic people's votes.
Yeah.
And they just take it for granted. And then they do this really trash ass pandering with these celebrities like Shout out to 2 Chainz, love 2 Chainz, but the
That
fact he went
shit
on
was
stage and
not
did the I'm
tight,
different thing, I was like,
man.
bruh.
That wasn't tight.
By the way, I think that might be the second time he's done
That's
that.
my dog, though. Shout out to.
But what I'm
shout out to
saying
my
is, like, I
dog.
hear you, and you have every right to be like, man, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
But I don't know if now's the time. If it was like just some normal run-of-the-mill Republican on the other side who wasn't on fire in front of your house, who could set your whole house on fire.
Yeah.
If it was just a piece of shit and a piece of shit, well, there's two pieces of shit here. It's just really a matter of, you know, whether or not you want to sit the election out. But like, shit is crazy, dog. And I've seen you have interactions with these racist people.
I literally just to piggyback, I literally just drove past some Trump dude and we both like drew down on each other. He showed me he had his gun, I showed him I had mine. I'm like, okay,
you hear me.
You were ready, bitch. I'm more ready.
So those people have always existed. The only thing about Trump being president is at least now that we know who they are.
Yeah.
Like if you see somebody with a flag hanging off the back of their car, that's another level of like, I understand if you are, I don't understand if you're a Trump supporter, but if you're a silent Trump supporter and you're just like, yo, I'm voting for him for tax, or whatever.
Yeah.
Racism isn't a deal breaker, whatever.
Right.
But if you're the type of motherfucker that's out here with flags hanging off your truck,
Oh, yeah,
that tells me you're a real racist fucking cunt.
You kind of are about something.
You might want some smoke.
You might be about a little something.
But what I'm saying is
like.
I understand how you could be uninspired, but at the same time, you have to understand that, like, even if you affected 20 people not voting, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think that if you take even just the local measures, those are the measures that really affect our day-to-day life. Like, that's where you gotta, like, I hear you.
Yeah.
You have the right to not vote. You have the right to say, I'm just telling you, I think that you're a very smart dude. And I understand how you could feel like these motherfuckers just think I'm just supposed to vote for them because this is who they're force feeding me. And guess what? That's how they feel. You're right. These motherfuckers really do just think. Like when this fool Joe Biden said, if you vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black. That shit is insane. Like how crazy was that?
I love that the whistle for the people who are going to hear the podcast with no video, you got that whistle. I'm going to give you another one.
But no, that was like...
I hear like a bomb at the end of it.
No, but that was exactly what you're talking about. 100%. The fact that he had the audacity to say that is like, bruh.
Bro, I'm going to tell you, like, first off, I can't say that I disagree with what you're saying. Like, you know what I mean?
By the way, California's going blue either way, whether you vote or not. But none of that. You continue.
Regardless, like I'm talking about California is like, but that's not that. That's neither here nor there.
True.
That's neither here nor there. Just to hit on the dog shit that's burning in front of the doorway. First, just real quick too. For me personally, and I believe for many colored people that have grew up.
It just sounds really bad when you say colored people.
Yeah, if not,
not as bad as if I said it.
You all right.
No, I hear you. I know you're pushing the
because
album.
you can say color, you can say melanoid, you can say black. To me, saying black is worse than colored.
That's fair.
I don't like
because you're not black.
Yeah, this is black. You
right. This is fucking black.
Yeah, that shit is not tight. I'm very like bronze, real looking. I'm what they described to Jesus in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Literally, but. So black ain't it, but so for colors,
that's fair.
You know what I mean? I feel like the burning shit has been in the front of like literally every time I walk outside of my door, the burning shit's there, bro. And this is not to like just try to like, you know, say, but it's just literally my reality. It's equivalent to like being fuck it, I'll use it in regular terms because I always use the analogy of like a castle being taken and put into a castle and put it at the bottom of the dungeon and having to vote for who's at the top of the castle. Fuck that. Right. Imagine you artists or you personalities, you bosses, you fuck, because you're not a person, you got your own fucking studio company, fucking fathers, husbands. Imagine you all being me as an artist being taken to Interscope. Imagine Interscope taking me, my rights, everything, and owning me. And they're like, yo, you got to do what the fuck we say. You like, you know what I mean? We own you. You're in Interscope.
Right.
Period. This is what the fuck it is. And you want me to vote for who's like the president of this company? I'm not voting for shit. Y'all own me regardless. I'm here regardless. That's literally my perspective on voting when you are a Melanoid, when you are American African in this country. Because the way I feel is this. Neither of them, and it's not hard. The same way you can reach out to Lil Pump because he's on Instagram making a hurrah about how he fucks with Trump. So you feel the need to reach out to him and bring him up for a fucking rally because he's made that much noise on Instagram? Do you know how much noise our people have been making for reparations on Instagram alone?
Right.
I think you niggas ain't said shit about it. Fuck y'all. I'm not. So for me, one thing, if you pay attention to me and you pay attention to the things that I truly post and you're like literally paying attention, you see that I never press my view on anything. I'm not a Christian. My family, my mother's a full-fledged Christian. But my mother's a full-fledged Christian. I fully believe in the Christian faith. I'm just not a Christian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not how I'm rocking. Go move how you move. I never push for people to do what I do. Look, do your history, do your research, and then go with what resonates with your God feeling. That's my biggest shit, because literally going down there and voting for anything, the one thing that we are doing, we're in San Bernardino and the IE, we're getting involved with the political side though. We're tapping in with our
especially San Bernardino
council.
County. There's some crazy Trump shit going on in San Bernardino
County is the second poorest county in the second poorest city in the United States.
Yo,
and it's the biggest county in the United States.
Is Apple Valley in San Bernardino County?
No.
I was in Apple Valley at the homie's crib, and that shit was real Trumpy over there, boy.
Yeah, that's more like how Palmdale, Apple Valley, all that type of shit. Yeah, that's because they go move. But see, the IE is more of just like being.
Well, there's Riverside
Detroit
County and San Bernardino County.
Yeah. And so San Bernardino County is the biggest.
That might be Apple Valley. No,
nah, San Bernardino County, damn sure ain't Apple Valley.
Yeah, let me tell you
Victorville's in San Bernardino.
Apple Valley is an interesting place.
Yeah, I don't think I'm wrong. I could be, but I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Look that up, cause it's Apple Valley in San Bernardino County. But
by the way, Apple Valley got a little trap area in it.
Everywhere it does, but most definitely Apple Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster, all that, you will get killed out there. It is not no game. The same way people think the IE is a game. The IE right now is number one. The murder capital of California of 2020 is San Bernardino, not all the cities that everyone expects. And the cities that are under, not to just try to parade, because it's not cool, but not to make shit cool. Then it's Oakland, then it's Compton, or then it's Compton and Oakland, one of them. But
Apple Valley is in San Bernardino.
It's San Bernardino County?
I just looked it up, yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, but that's not, like, Apple Valley's so fucking far, but then again, like I told y'all, San Bernardino is the biggest county in the United States. So it's so many fucking little parts.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's important you vote in those local. Because I don't know. I think that
you're right.
I think that you're obviously. I think reparations is the big conversation that's missing.
Are you kidding me?
That's the conversation that's missing.
It actually isn't. And not to cut you off, but I gotta go in. There isn't even anything to talk about. Yeah. Like, and that's the thing that I, as well as many others, from Boyce Watkins to Tariq Nasheed to Reza Islam to, it's too many to name. Young Pharaoh, Max Oa, it's too many to name.
Young Pharaoh be saying some wild ass shit though.
Well, you know, he does, but most definitely they're all can give you a million facts as to why how black people should and could be in getting reparations. This shit is like childish. Right. And so for me, for black people to even like, no, for like to even go down there and play any of them games, to even be in any political seat is just scary. But at the same time, we got to play ball. We play. The shit is nuts. It's a rat race, but that's why for me, what the number one thing we push is ownership. The number one thing we push is obviously, like I said, is getting down there and get it. There are people who feel like I feel, have way more knowledge than I have as far as African spirituality and history, that go and vote. And they're pushing for people to vote. And I'm not mad at that because it's true to them. I'm literally selling my soul. I feel like I am selling my soul going down to them polls.
Let me ask you a question.
Don't sell your soul going to the polls. I'm just playing. My bad.
Yo, we're breaking down this video. We're not breaking it down. We're taking a break in the video to tell y'all about our sponsors, Odd Socks. All right, listen, man. OddSocksOfficial.com. What the fuck was that, bro? It was like a fucking Pomeranian hair floating in the air. Anyway, oddsocksofficial.com. Keyword bootleg Kev. Go over there, get you some socks, and you'll save 20% off if you use that keyword. They got South Park license. They got some Ghostbusters, Pimp C, Mike Tyson. Really, the one that I really care about is they got that WWE license, so you can get these awesome NWO socks. And then they got their Odd Socks Basics. You know, for all the basic bitches, get you some basic socks, even though they are very comfortable. They're probably the most comfortable socks. Actually, not probably, definitively the most comfortable socks I've ever put on my feet. Yes, all right? And that goes for all types of socks. So go to oddsocksofficial.com, get some socks. By the way, SpongeBob socks, they're kind of fly, right? Christmas time's on the way. Use the keyword Bootleg Kev, 20% off, oddsocksofficial.com. Support us by supporting Odd Socks. Let's go. No, but like, I know you've been extremely vocal about Trump over the last 4 years.
I kind of fuck with Trump a little. If we're talking Trump or Biden,
Well, no, well, that's crazy. But no, what I was gonna say, bro, you've been very vocal online about the Trump shit.
yeah.
Over the last 4 years, do you think you've started to pivot your thought process on it more recently because of Biden getting I do feel like the DNC heavily like fumbled the play at I mean, look, they're probably gonna win. It's looking like Biden's winning, but they could have
Scraped.
I'm
talking about
off the fucking
Bernie would have blew him out the water.
Because it's all designed. Listen, hear me. I didn't vote for Obama. I'm not registered to vote, period.
But what I'm saying
I
is,
didn't vote for Obama.
Have you softened your Trump stance lately?
No. Only thing that it made me do is be like, all right, well, shit. If one out of two of these motherfuckers got to be in there, I'd rather Trump be in there.
Why?
Because for me, like you said, one thing just off rip. If I got to deal with racist, half racist, play racist, fake racist, I'd rather deal with a raw racist. I'd rather deal with a person.
I'd rather know who you are.
I love knowing who people are. If you gay, be gay. And just be gay, very gay, so we know you gay. Don't be the homie and you know what I'm saying? You on the down low and shit, you doing some wild shit. Like, nah, be gay. Whatever you are, be it. That's how I'm coming. So Trump is it. If he's nothing else, he's it. And then the one thing I can say about Trump out of damn near any president I've ever seen, other than Obama creating Obamacare, which was in the benefit of all the motherfuckers. But
again, he got voted in.
Yeah, but that was by design. Obama was going to win regardless.
I'm not sure that's the case.
That was the case. Just like Trump was going to win regardless.
But Trump's losing
right now.
I think it's a wrap.
I'm talking about this one.
But I think Trump. I think by design would have been Trump getting reelected.
No, I don't think Trump's going to win.
Right.
I'm talking about Trump versus him.
No, but I don't. I just can't. I don't think it was by design that hit, bro.
Trump versus Hillary was definitely by design. Trump scraped her.
Here's my question. So
Hillary
like, you talk about Trump being in there, you know he's a racist, and Biden is like an undercover racist. What you're saying now, policy-wise, when Trump starts pushing policies that are directly racist and repealing human rights for certain people, Biden, if he's trying to play undercover racist, he's not going to be able to directly do that. Or I don't think the people in his cabinet or the people on his side are going to be pushing those types of policies.
I agree. The reason why I fuck with Biden is obviously for things of like the deportation. And
right.
Things I got not only Hispanic homies, but I got African friends. I got Egyptian homies. One of my best friends is Egyptian, and like, you know what I'm saying? It's like wild shit like that I don't want to happen to my people. Most definitely. However, the struggle that comes above and before all of that is the American African struggle that has yet to been answered at all. So I could give personally a fuck about any of it. Not a gay right, not a woman right, not a no right. Until black rights are respected and answered. That's truly how I feel, bro. And I'm got to be like one of the people that's going to say it. I'm independent, so y'all can't hurt me. What y'all want to do?
I think that Trump has done a couple of things. He increased the funding for historical black colleges for the HBCUs.
He got his little bullshit platinum plan he trying to work out.
Nah, that's all bullshit.
Is he going to follow through, though? Is he going to follow through?
No, I'm talking about shit he's actually done.
He had 4 years to do that. Is he going to follow through?
I'm talking about shit he's actually done. He funded the fuck out of the HBCUs, which nobody's done.
Yeah.
And then he had the prison reform bill that benefits colored people, as you would say.
There's a few things that like if we're going off of track records. Now, the one thing that Trump's an idiot. That's as clear as day. He is a racist, for sure.
He has no empathy is my biggest problem with Trump.
Yeah.
He has no empathy, but he's also like a businessman first. And when you're a businessman, there's a certain level of empathy. Like, you gotta have empathy. I have empathy.
Yo, Trump ain't got no empathy, fam.
But he's such a like raw, because you gotta understand, this nigga's been rich since before I was born. Like,
that man's got small dick energy.
Since Little Rascals, since Little Rascals, that nigga was in Little Rascals, bro.
For sure, I remember.
This nigga Donald Trump was the rich niggas,
the little asshole
rich kid's dad.
Yeah, at the end, oh shit, it's Trump's dad. That's why he's a little asshole.
Being rich, like so saying that to say he's been like having to be this like snobby boss. So it's nothing for him to like not give a fuck about what's not benefiting, whether it's the business, but now the business is the country.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So for me, I'm not saying that I'm fucking with it or I'm fucking with him or like, but I do. Like, I get the logic of, and then he's not a politician. So that part of the game I do fuck with too. Because like prime example is Joe Biden when I do fucking take time out of my fucking amazing life, this incredible colored experience, to watch these goofballs fucking have the most childish debate I've ever seen since my 9-year-old arguing with my 2-year-old.
You talking about the first debate?
Both were dumb.
No, the first debate was the
first one was like throw
really
up
hard
in your
to
mouth.
watch. Yeah, it was
everybody
really
throw up right now.
But that's because Trump
and Biden, because if Biden wasn't childish and corny, he wouldn't even be partaking. Me, I would have walked off the stage. I'm not even doing this. Let's get this shit. Like, what are we doing? When you guys are ready to do this professionally, but that's the thing. Biden gets up there and plays the politician game. Answers everything like the last 100 niggas we've been seeing for the last 100 years. I can't play that game.
I mean, I understand.
And you just have, now you sound more like Barack. That's the thing. He's gotten this steady Barack. Watch your next time Biden talks.
If
sound
Trump
just like
is the
Barack.
president, the worst thing that can happen to me is like the end of the United States, the end of democracy, possibly the end of the world. Because this guy somebody might say some shit about his little hands, and he might turn the fuck up and hit the red button on a motherfucker.
I mean, what stopped that from the first 4 years? Everybody thought that was going to happen in the first 4 years.
Re-election.
Well,
presidents always do their most extreme policies and choices in their second term because they're not for re-election. It doesn't matter.
No, but you also, I don't know if you noticed, but Trump low-key almost got us into World War III when he assassinated the general of Iran without clearing it through fucking anybody. Like, we're so lucky that Iran, like, didn't want the smoke, because if they wanted the smoke, they got China and Russia. Shit was about to be turned. We literally smoke. It'd be like if somebody came over here and smoked Mike Pence, and they was like, bro, because that was that guy's position essentially in Iran, was like the number 2 in the whole country. He's a fucking hero in the country.
Yeah,
and we smoked him for no reason.
So that's the thing. I would rather you say I like we, but not we. If anybody, y'all.
Okay, Donald Trump.
Them, but let's say them. But no, bro. But hold on. No, bro. We can't do that. We can't do that. For you or anybody or your listeners, these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Bootleg Kev podcast listeners, I won't even do that to y'all. Make y'all believe that Trump just picked his phone up and made a single solo.
Did you not see him speak about it?
I don't
care. He didn't clear it with his
Trump
generals.
Trump can't just make that call. So understand, overstand, and understand this. If someone got assassinated, especially at number 2, anybody at Mike Pence's level from any country.
But listen, he's the commander in chief.
It was deeper than Trump.
He's the commander in chief, so he leads military. He's the leader of the military. Right. He cleared that action through neither the Senate or Congress.
Right, but what he's saying is that there's other military advisors that gave him the information.
But what I'm saying
is so much deeper than
that kind of shit.
We're talking about, hold on, but we're talking about. So who do we?
Hey, at the end of the day, this motherfucker's losing today, so fuck him.
Yeah, facts. But but what we need to really truly be looking at, which is the same reason why I'm looking at them. This is who my enemy is. This is who I truly am looking. I'm not looking at Trump. I'm looking at the foolish fucking government that put him in position. It's not the people. The people didn't put him there. So
the people did put him there.
The people did not put him there. No, they did not. But listen, no, they did not. But look it. What you're telling me is a motherfucker who has no political experience And you get to wondering if he's had actual fucking like school experience. Like,
No, he's
listen,
slow.
right? And so you mean to tell me that the country, the government, allowed this man to come in within 4 years and outsmart them in enough
Price. This is the thing.
Who are we mad
When
at?
you said the people didn't do it, that's why that happened. Every single established Republican, every single one, all of them were against him becoming the nomination. Everybody. There was not a single established Republican politician or politician, period, that when the Republican primary went down, Trump had the people chose him. What happened was these motherfuckers that you had to draw down on today, these crazy racist
like 2 weeks
bastards,
ago.
they came out in droves that nobody expected to happen.
Facts.
And so when you say the people, maybe not the majority of the people, because we have electoral college, but the people is that's who put them there.
So the same way, the same amount of people and racist fucking beer drinking, fat belly guzzling, fucking fucking redneck cracker, fucking weird dudes that came popping up out of nowhere to go vote for Trump because we got to get this dude in here. One, because he's a racist like us, but two, because we will not stand for seeing a woman, white or black, run our country. They got out there campaigning for Trump. Yes, they did.
Oh, they did.
Yes, they did. However, way more women alone, black, white, Mexican, Asian, any type of woman, were at those polls voting for fucking Hillary. And
That's not true. That's not true.
That's very true.
Hey, more white women voted. Listen,
maybe white women.
but what I'm saying, but you said all women.
All right, so cool. Maybe some white women, and not all white women, but maybe some white.
More
women
white
went
women
out there.
voted for Trump this go round than they did the last go round.
Maybe because that goes to show you how this country is.
It's
White
fucked.
man, white man. Because you got to understand something. That's the reason why I knew Obama was going to win. It wasn't nothing to vote
This
about.
the thing.
Because white men, historical white men, these racist fucking, they're the racist slave masters, the forefathers. I mean, the descendants of the slave masters. They will not stand for a white woman, to run the country. That's just not happening. They're not having it. They not saying it won't happen, but they're going to do anything in their power. They'll rather see a nigga run it. Rather see a nigga run the country.
Who was the
before
woman
white
you're
women.
running against? You talking about Sarah Palin?
No, when Hillary. When Obama was running against
when he
Hillary.
won the primary.
When
Well,
Obama
Obama
was running
also
against
is an
Hillary.
historically amazing, like probably the most
It was a no-brainer.
articulate candidate. Like there's not a more likable candidate than Barack Obama. Whether or not you think he was a good president, but if you just were to sit in a room with dude,
Yeah.
chop it up with him,
But sadly, this
you'd be
shit's
like,
not
yo,
about,
I fuck with Barack.
most definitely. But sadly,
You know,
this
Michelle
shit,
got fucking Black Star on her playlist.
but
You know
the
what I'm saying?
reality
Like,
is this shit's not about who niggas like. Because everybody really likes Bernie. If we're talking about who
Right.
really
you know,
we
but
like.
who don't really like Bernie? The problem is the Southern older Democrats. They've been so indoctrinated by the DNC that they're like Biden. So that's the whole reason Bernie lost.
100%.
South Carolina primary happened.
Because Biden is a part of like that same
The establishment.
come on.
But all the people
hold
we
on.
know,
The
our
same
circles fuck with Bernie.
political foolishness. The same reason why Kamala Harris will get on camera and lie about her favorite rappers and shit to play the game.
Well, it's also the same reason why you feel like you don't want to vote.
The same reason why I'm not gonna vote.
Well, you should vote, man. You're a smart guy.
They should. I am, which is why I know better. For me personally, I know better.
When you
what
say
I
you know
to do,
better.
yeah. So what I know to do for my people and what we are doing.
Let me ask
is-
you something. What is the number one thing in that you experience in LA that is like impedes or affects your peace every day? I'm talking about tangible things. I'm talking about like what's something like for me, it's when I drive and I see like full homeless people cities under the bridges. Like, and I'm like, yo, fam, like, thank God my kid don't gotta walk to school through here because these motherfuckers are shooting heroin on the side of the road. And Mayor Garcetti is pretty much, you can't do nothing. Like they're like the police force like literally can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's a whole community. They
So
have
that-
a liquor
so
store
right.
called
So that's
Skid Row
my
Liquor.
so that's my example,
It's a whole
right?
store.
Right. So I'm like, okay, those kind of things, collectively, you can vote to change.
Yeah. So what fucks me, because you asked me a question, so what fucks me up, like what makes me feel like the most, when I, like a prime example is that, right? But when I see that, what fucks me up isn't the fact that I can't get them up or make them leave. It's the fact that they're there. It's the fact that, like, my people, when I see black people, because that's who I give my money to, my parents.
Right.
When I see colored people
Like,
out
how'd
there,
you get there?
it's the fact that you're there. It's the fact that you don't own land. It's the fact that you don't even have your 40 acres and a mule. You didn't even get to jump start with that. Now, whether or not you just ended here because you fucked your 40 acres off or whatever was owed to you, like the Indians get, like Jews and too many to name, then that'd be a different convo. But due to the fact that I know how our people, where we come from, dog, when I drive down Skid Row, because that was going to be my answer. What fucks me up every day is the fact that my family, the people I got to do, I just had to fire my cousin off my food truck after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, of trying my hardest to fucking deal with them.
Right. Yeah, we got those family members all day.
It's literally a psychological bondage that we're in, dog. That is like, it's not a pity party. It's not me like trying to make excuses. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like that because his dad is how his dad is, and it's genetic.
So let me ask you this.
Residuals from American history.
So what you're saying,
And all our residuals are fucking poison. It's crack, it's rape, it's incest, it's fucking pain, it's trauma. That's our residuals. That's the reparations we've been given. We can't get no money. Then niggas want to give EDD and fucking that bullshit. What is that?
Well, listen, I think that there's no, what you're talking about, there might not be a...
it's a solution.
No, well, there's...
go ahead.
What do you think the solution is then? Because I don't think that there's a clear-cut solution.
Yeah, it is.
What is it?
It's very clear. That's what my album talks about. That's what Color is. That's what this whole shit is about. That's what it stands for. It's black ownership. It's leaving a legacy. It's financial freedom, residual income. That is the fucking answer. Not voting. What the fuck? Listen, voting does not give you any, like, okay, whether you win and voted, because y'all gonna blame it on me. Y'all are going to blame it on my one vote as to why the rent went up in California in that property.
Nah, but if...
Oh, no, wait. Y'all gonna blame it on my one vote or me telling my people, which I reposted on my story, those props.
Okay.
But y'all but the people gonna blame it on me as to my one vote as to why rent is possibly gonna go up in California now. But guess what, black man, black woman, if you had ownership, if you had a company, if you had businesses, if you had residual income, that wouldn't be a problem to you because I could give a fuck about rent going up in California. Period. So that's what I'm pushing. That's the answer. Because if I had $1 million that I can literally like cut a check right now that wouldn't make me lose no sleep. Or even if it did make me lose some sleep, but it was for my motherfucking people and my cousin did, and I could call my bro Bobby that does, and I could call 5 and 10 of my homies that got an M, we wouldn't even have to talk about all this shit because we'd have our own party. We'd have our own political party. Then it'd be established. We wouldn't have to wait on Diddy, I love you to death. We wouldn't have to wait on Ross. We wouldn't have to wait on none of these niggas. There's no ownership, bro. There's no financial freedom. My sons are going to own. They're going to have shit.
No, I mean, I think
that's the solution.
I think that's a great solution. I think though that like when you're talking about like any sort of incremental progress, no matter how small it is,
yeah,
it's still progress. Like in my opinion, like okay, Oregon just, I don't know if you saw that Oregon made it to where drug possession, if you have personal use drugs, no matter what it is, that they don't treat it as a criminal offense.
That's fire,
right? Because like
that can be fire.
No, but I mean they make you go to like therapy and
fire.
court mandated rehab essentially,
right?
Instead of ruining your job application.
It's kind of fire, bro.
Well, no, but think about it.
Well, I'm gonna just piggyback on what you're saying because I'm gonna say like people who are addicted to drugs are going through things and they're trying to get over it, whatever, getting caught with drugs and then having to get all this crazy time. That's one thing. But niggas who are literally waking up every day and their intention is to sell dope and shit that's killing people. And
I'm not talking. No.
I know.
But it's about users.
It's personal use.
I'll tell you why it's dope. So like my family's from Portugal. Right? Recently, Portugal, I think it was like 10 years ago or something, they decriminalized all drugs across the board. And crime as a whole plummeted.
Fire.
Not just went down, it plummeted.
Fire.
Because what happens is now you have users who aren't afraid to go seek help because it's no longer illegal. Right? So the punishment and stuff is not there.
I think too it helps with poverty because if you think about this, how many people that got caught with some shit, some pills or some crack or whatever, and then now
fucks up their jobs.
They can't get their job. They can't get a job because they're felon.
Yeah, facts.
And so it's like, so that to me is like an example of like local government working, even if it's a small increment. Like I understand what you're saying isn't wrong, but both things can be right.
Yeah.
Like isn't it any progress?
Yeah, but
and even though it's just your one single vote, it's still, even if it makes a little bit of a difference like
it's not. It's like right now to
like
me.
Okay, you talking about ownership, right?
Yeah.
So if there was something on the ballot that like incentivized black ownership,
small businesses, things like that,
would you still not vote?
Me personally, there was stuff on. I seen different ballots, different polls.
So that to you didn't move the needle for you to want to go vote.
It's not enough. I don't give a fuck about it.
But isn't it something?
It's not enough.
I'm not saying that. So you're saying it's either. Look, I need
listen.
Well,
listen to what you're like. This is the logic to me. This is the logic to me.
Because
this is the logic to me. This is the logic to me. My grandfather worked for you. My grandfather worked for your grandfather for his whole life. Not only did my grandfather, not saying you, I'm just speaking, I'm just using an example. Not only did my grandfather work for your grandfather for his whole life, but your grandfather and his buddies beat his ass, raped his wife, did all type of shit with it, which we all know, which was done. But not only did he do that, after he did all the trauma and she did, he got a fake little heart and attempted to write a note that said, hey, I'm going to make right of what I did. So for you and your generations to come, this is what's owed to you guys. Because you worked all your life for me. You have businesses. So imagine your fucking staff. Oh, because I think about it all the time. Working. I wish my staff would work a week for free.
Right.
Oh my God, nigga, what? Let alone a year? 4 years, 400. What are we talking? Hold on, wait. So what you're telling me is that like, so now we get here, you owe me $1 million, bro. So there is no, all right, no, but I'm gonna give y'all these laptops and let you come do the no. Y'all owe us $1 million. Like, the radio station Vegas. If they owed you a check, you need your check because you and your wife and your son, y'all have to move out here and get married. You're paying for your wedding. You have a wedding ring to buy. Fuck are we talking? No, I don't need no turntables. Nigga, y'all owe me a check that y'all said was mine and owed to me. I did the work. And y'all was talking shit to me fucking, it's my, so I don't want to take there's none of that, none of that's enough. It's never amusing. Not even a black president. That shit ain't enough. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Get from down there, Obama. Get from down there. Get over here and stand with us, man. What the fuck are you doing up there? Diddy, get from down, 2 Chainz. Leave Lil Pump up there. Leave them niggas where they at. Y'all get over here and get on code. That's what I'm talking about ownership. I'm not waiting on them. We're opening schools in my city. We got businesses in my city. We talking to the council. We literally, my school that we're opening, City Right, shout out to my partner, Sharice Wright, City Right Community, opening our school, which is across the street from City Hall in San Bernardino. We coming. But I'm not about to go down to the polls and play the baby game no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go make real moves. I'm going to make real plays. I'm going to give my people the blueprint on how to help make these plays, help make them real. Because the more money we all got standing together, the louder our voice is. We talking all the shit we talk, but it's too many broke motherfuckers that's yelling it out, or people with not enough power, not enough ownership. Like the person that owned BET, I forgot my brother's name. Something
Stephen
Johnson.
Hill.
Nah, the black man that owned it's some Johnson. I forget his name. But he had wrote a little code, a little plan out, $1 billion fucking reparation plan, whatever. But it got attention. Why did it get attention? Because it's coming from a billionaire who owned BT. So imagine if 10 of brothers that are just in the position that he are in, all locked up.
So Price,
that's all I'm saying.
In order for reparations to happen, it's something that's going to have to go through the political process. There's no avoiding the political process for what you want. Mm-hmm. Right? So like for reparations to happen, that's something that has to go through Congress, has to go through the Senate, has to get proposed.
That's the only thing. Hold on, just because I don't even want to. That's not even necessarily just something I want, because to me, that's not like I'm looking for a person
What
that
you're
literally raped my whole family.
I understand.
So that's not going to happen.
But
They're
what
not-
I'm saying is that there is a realistic chance that in our lifetime that does happen.
Yeah, I believe.
Because we got, there's a very progressive wing of the Democratic Party that's activated, and maybe in 20 years, 10 years, the country can start to come around to that. Because, like you said, there has been reparations for Native Americans,
Everyone.
and Germany had to. I was just having this discussion. The reason why America won't acknowledge the Turkish genocide that happened is because that would stamp it as being factual, and then Turkey would have to pay Armenians out for their reparations. So you're right in saying you're owed that, but what I'm saying is that's still a political. It's still you still got to vote
Most
to try to
definitely.
put the right people in place to try to help that happen.
Yeah, but the power, like I said, the power and the the power and the loudness, the
If Joe Biden was like, I want reparations, we're going to fight for reparations, would you have gone and voted? Or would you have been like, fuck this?
if he had a real plan and he was campaigning for reparations, I would 100% win and voted.
All right.
100% win and voted. That's all that we were. Listen, there was a whole campaign that people in our community were campaigning for. Tangibles 2020.
No, there was a lot of...
That was the campaign. Tangibles 2020.
But there was a lot of Democratic people who were running in the primary that had some solid plans for reparations.
Yeah.
The governor from... The billionaire from Seattle and the governor from Colorado. I forget their names, but nobody was voting for them.
Yeah, because I'm not going to say because I don't know.
I know
Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg said that he thinks that reparations need to happen, but those guys had
Because the
actual
higher
plans.
ups, because then when it gets to higher ups, niggas get the dude. Nigga, you ask Biden, you ask the niggas that's running for president. Not saying that it's just about them, but you ask the people running for president how they feel about reparations. You get dudes, and I don't think that this should be that, and I don't think it should be this.
It's a
you know
po-
what I'm saying?
You got people up there that were still alive when we had segregation.
My point. Hold on. And not only that, that's the point, bro. I had a debate with my brother Arian Foster. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
I'm
to the
like,
Houston Texans.
Shout out to my brother. He's so that nigga
Fucked me over in fantasy football a couple of
He's
years.
so fucking smart, bro.
Very smart. Very smart.
People don't.
Very well. Yo, he's like, I love following him on Twitter, Instagram. Super smart
He
dude.
was
Great mind.
fucking me up because I'm not a college kid. I'm from the hood.
Plus, you think football player.
All my knowledge, all my information that I've obtained, I've got so much to learn. But everything I've obtained it. I went and sought after it. I went and got it. I didn't go to school. My brother was chewing me on some nigga vernacular. Was out of here. He was going crazy. But he's so smart. But just saying that to say, when I did my research, because we did a debate, so I did 12 hours of research. You know what I mean? It's people sitting at the top of the Senate, bro, that have literally been there since they've been there 67, like been there from the beginning. They're no doubt racist.
Right.
That are over the Trumps and shit. Like, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think most of the
way
people
that
who have
this-
been around that long aren't there anymore.
They are. There is nothing to think about. I'm going to send them to you.
I mean,
Because
there's
my
like Mitch
problem is-
McConnell and there's like Lindsey
No,
Graham.
no, listen,
But
there
the
was a
old,
seat-
old fools.
Yes, bro. There was this. I'm going to send it
No,
to
no.
you.
I think that there
I'ma send
definitely
it.
was, but I think
No, they're there still. They're there still. I pulled it out on our debate. I have so much shit that I.
But those people are there because motherfuckers voted them in.
Yeah,
Someone
so
ran
because
against
hold on,
them.
listen. I'm gonna tell you why what he's saying is 100% a fact. As far as like the power of the votes and shit, I'm not negating. As far as at a city level, right? At a city level and at a lower level, I'm not negating that. Okay, because the reason why it's a real thing. As we were just looking at our school, and they're telling us, we're across the street from city council, blah blah, blah, city hall. The person that just won the city council, and I don't know if they keep winning it or just won, whatever the fuck. They won by 8 votes. Literally 8 votes.
Damn.
8 people won. 8 people win vote. So y'all think I didn't hear that and get turned the fuck up? Like, oh, really? But I'm going to play the game because this is a game. Going down there and polling.
But the political shit is a game.
It's so if I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna play a game I want to play. Xbox, PlayStation. I'm gonna play what I want to play. Then
Those
beyond that,
games
I'm gonna
can't
play
affect your
Call
real
of Duty.
life.
But then beyond that, then I'm gonna play the game I want to play
This-
within that Call of Duty, NBA 2K.
Yeah,
whatever.
but this game is a game that can affect your day-to-day life.
But
It can affect people who you
listen,
know's life.
It can, but it can't affect it no more than it already affects it with me waking up with the color skin I have,
Right.
and them already not making right to what's been done, bro. That's the beginning convo.
I understand what you're
We're
saying.
talking about forgiving your girlfriend.
That's not what I'm talking about.
That is.
I
You
think,
know what I'm saying?
No,
Because
no,
what
no,
we're
no.
talking about is so much deeper than that. That's why.
I get it.
Right.
What you're
That's
saying
why.
is, but what I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like
We coming for city council, lower level voting.
I used the weed example.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with
Like
that.
these
I'm
are
coming
things
for
that like
I'm with that.
would you rather not vote or like make sure weed is legal?
I mean, I'm gonna smoke weed regardless. I don't care.
Yeah, but that's not. Wouldn't you rather not risk going to jail for smoking? What's something that?
that would be awesome.
So shouldn't you vote?
No, I'm
Right.
and
people in your community are like disproportionately in jail.
And you to say I should vote.
No, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all because
It doesn't make you. It makes you feel.
one, there's enough people. That's why that's what like we make up. Yes, 13% of the population. We definitely do. But we make up 13% of the population. That's it.
But like 60-something
hold
percent
on.
of the prison population due to
Yeah,
these
facts.
type of laws.
But that's also due to this government. That's still slavery. That's
right.
Still,
So if we get rid of the laws that they're pushing, some of that can be reduced.
Unfortunately,
most definitely. However, if weed's gonna be legal, weed's gonna be legal. The reason why weed is legal is not because they want to let us smoke weed out on the street and not arrest us. Weed is legal because they want to be able to sell it and profit off of it. How do I know? Because they're charging me and my company fucking hundreds of thousands to
But
get in this space.
so
It's not for us. So I'm able
Price,
to see past that. Y'all are
a
making
residual effect, though.
Y'all are making
That-
gay.
that
fucking
weed,
shit.
those same weed propositions that pass in California because we're liberal as fuck have been on ballots in states for the last 15 years and don't get passed.
Most definitely.
Like,
Because you got them-
like Georgia has tried to pass legal marijuana for fucking ever. You got arrested in Georgia.
Because you got people that are sitting in those seats.
You got people not fucking voting.
You got people that you got people that are sitting in those seats that are at the top of the fucking
Which
the
seats?
top of these government seats, any of these motherfuckers in Atlanta. Atlanta, when I lived in Atlanta, that was one of the first places I seen an actual fucking KKK rally in Stone Mountain. Right. That's one of the it's plantations still in Atlanta. They're going to be some of the last people to.
You
they're
can
going
use
to be
any
so they're
example.
going to be.
Atlanta was the example I pulled out of my ass.
No, I'm using Atlanta because it's perfect because Atlanta is like Atlanta and the Texas is surprisingly Arizona, which not even surprisingly.
Hey man,
but
listen, shout out to Arizona.
The South,
we blue, baby.
I grew up in the South. I grew up in Florida.
Exactly.
So I know.
The South are going to be some of the last ones to like get on board with what we doing. California is California. It doesn't surprise me that like places like Jersey and different places like that are legalizing and in Atlanta's not because Atlanta they're Atlanta. So the motherfuckers that have been that are in these government positions, political positions in Atlanta that have been there, they're not in any rush for any fucking weed shit. They don't give a fuck. To them, weed still like crack. So they don't see any
That's
profit.
why you got to get them the fuck up out of there.
I don't give a fuck.
All these people are elected officials. All of them.
Most definitely.
All the people you're talking about were elected.
Yeah, man.
So there was someone who...
But bro, this is the thing. This is the reality. This is one reality. As much as what
I think the reality is...
as much as what you're saying is a reality.
Yeah.
Right? What also is a very much of a reality, bro, is what you're saying and what's being said has been being said for decades now.
Have we not made progress.
Decades now, bro. No, black people have not made fucking progress. No, it's not a weed convo. That's the thing, bro. And you my brother, but it's not a weed convo. This particular convo
Right.
ain't a weed one. That's what I'm saying. Every fucking everything that they keep presenting for black people all has something to do with minorities. This ain't a minority convo. We're talking about American Africans that are descendants of slaves.
Right.
We need ours. So until then, no, I shouldn't vote for shit going on. There's going to be enough people out there that's going to do it for my soul because I'm one of the ones. I'm one of the ones, bro. I'm one of the ones that are going to help revolutionize and save our people.
But you're saying
that Malcolm didn't vote.
It would
like
be...
our people didn't vote. Like them niggas didn't. Farrakhan ain't voting. Nigga, I ain't
But
what
voting. You're saying is though...
I'm one of the ones.
What you're saying is... If a presidential candidate were to come, if a presidential candidate came to the table and was like, "I'm pushing for reparations. Here's my plan," then you would vote.
Then you have my attention. You got us. You got my attention.
Okay.
Then you have me rallying up our people because we were rallying, pushing for reparations, which is how I know they're ignoring us. Because if that wasn't the bar of analogies, I don't know what is. Lil Pump ain't even been campaigning for Trump. That shit been 2 weeks long.
Not for sure.
This little nigga ended up on the fucking rally stage
It's crazy.
at the day of election type
Well,
shit.
that's why we got to get. That's why
Hold on.
I'm like,
so
fuck
that
Trump.
goes to tell you they're ignoring us. They're ignoring us. So once we do got somebody like that, bro, because even Obama didn't get up there and do that. Why? Because he couldn't. Hands behind his back, and he wasn't bold enough.
Is there another? Because I think too the biggest thing that
He's a politician.
no people that I know, people who I'm close with, people I consider family, are affected by the justice system.
Facts.
Right. And I think that is a very important issue. Maybe not on the level of reparations, but I think
It's important though.
it's up there.
It's modern day slavery. It's up there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
And specifically prisons for profits, like people like this is privately owned prisons.
Facts.
Or I think you could buy stock in some of these companies that own prisons.
I would not doubt it.
So to me that's like an issue that there's definitive politicians like Bernie Sanders, right? Who's like a definitive politician that's like has a real plan to like do away with that, right? Because we know that people of color are disproportionately locked up compared to white people,
100%.
despite
The
committing
amount of
the same
crimes that
amount of
they're
crime.
committing.
Right.
100%.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that something that's worth stepping out and voting for? Or like someone like Bernie who comes along who's got some practical like ideas, been fighting the same like
It just depends on one. The answer is still no, but the reason why it's no is because it just depends on the state that American Africans are in this country, man. That's going to determine when I personally think that we should be getting out here and campaigning as like a free people, as like it's fair. Like it's not fair still. So to me, when I'm going to the polls and I'm participating in this circus to me, but in this thing that is supposed to be in a nation that's free and justice and unity and all this shit, it ain't that. So no,
all right.
that shit just ain't it, bro.
Well, listen, I mean, we all got our perspectives.
But the beauty is this, bro. I don't push for people not to vote. I push for you to do what's true to you. If you are American African, do your research, because if you do enough research, you're gonna know what I'm saying is 100% true, and it's gonna hit your spirit, and you're gonna get on code. Or you're not, because you're not gonna do the research. You don't give a fuck, and that's okay. Go vote and do your thing, because you're gonna have that fight for black people, and go vote, and that's cool. Go do that, and let's see what happens.
All right. Well, look, your album is out.
Colored out now.
When is the second album coming out?
Man, damn, I'm gonna chill because Drake dropping. So who knows?
You're gonna wait till Drake?
I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna kind of like
See where the wave goes.
yeah. It ain't like not waiting fear, but exactly.
Right.
Not know, you feel me? Just see where that wave going. Hello.
Yeah, just push this. At least push this the rest of the year.
I know we going crazy. We got
sure.
some amazing shit happening. Shout out to
you got the
shout out to
merch.
Heads.
What's the website? People can go scoop up that
CLRDENT.com. That's the label, man. We the Millennial Motown. I'm coming, bro. That's all about ownership. We gonna own everything.
And is Audio Push a rap? Not
No.
as like a brotherhood, but like, will there ever be any more Audio Push projects, albums, or have you guys kind of moved past that?
It will be, but I can't. I'm so in this world right now. I can't really say.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like locked in. I get with it. Like when I used to see my favorite group say shit like this, but not be broken up. I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm in a world now. You know what I mean? That I can't. That's like true to me. I got a real message. I'll make an Audio Push album fucking when enough of my niggas got millions, like,
for sure,
off ownership. You know.
Well, shout out to you.
But bro coming though. He got some shit coming.
Octane's got some shit on the way.
He coming. It's my nigga.
Hell of a tech deck writer, that Octane.
Oh yeah, nigga crazy with the tech
crazy.
deck. Shout out to Brody Hunters, man. Shout out to Carrie's Barbecue. Shout out to City Recording Studios. Shout out to City Rickham University. That's the school that's coming. Shout out to
Plug all your shit.
Lounge 24. Them all the companies, man. Shout out to Colored ENT.
Support, man.
Yeah, man. All
Bootleg
black owned
Kev, the
companies.
Price.
Yeah.
Boom.
My brother. Perfect. That was fire.